Today, I am about to reveal the 3 tests God gives right before He elevates you to a new level. And if you're going through any of these right now, your breakthrough is much closer than you think. Welcome back to the channel. Today's message is prophetic, deep, and timely. Because before every single promotion in the Bible, God allowed a test. Joseph was tested, David was tested, Job was tested, Abraham was tested. The first test is the test of silence. This is when God goes quiet. You pray and you hear nothing. But here's the truth. Silence does not mean absence. Silence means He is watching. Think about David. He was anointed to be the next king of Israel, but for years, nothing happened. There was no throne, no crown, and no royal robe. He was back in the fields tending to sheep, just waiting. There was only silence. God was testing David's heart. Would he trust God even when it looked like nothing was happening? Would he remain faithful in the waiting period? God tests you with silence for a few key reasons. First, silence exposes your real faith. It's easy to believe when you feel good and see signs, but true faith is built in the quiet. Second, silence removes your dependency on emotions. It forces you to stop chasing feelings and start building a foundation on trust. And third, silence trains you to walk by faith, not by sight. So, how do you know if you're in the test of silence? Your prayers might feel like they're hitting the ceiling and bouncing back. Life might feel like it's on pause, stuck in a holding pattern. You might feel spiritually dry, like you're going through the motions. Your old ways of connecting with God might not work anymore. You could feel a profound sense of loneliness, even though you're trying so hard to connect. If this is you, what does God want you to do? Remain faithful? Stay consistent in your prayers, your reading, and your worship, even when you feel nothing. Silence is God measuring your endurance. He is seeing if you're ready for the weight of the promotion you've been asking for, because every new level requires proof of your faithfulness. Don't give up in the quiet. Your consistency is your signal to heaven that you're ready. Next up, test number 2, the test of character. This is the test where God exposes what is really inside you, not to embarrass you, but to purify you. He needs to see who you are under pressure. Look at Joseph. He had a powerful dream of elevation, a vision of his family bowing down to him. But before he ever reached the palace, he had to go through the pit. He faced betrayal from his own brothers. He was sold into slavery. He was falsely accused by Potiphar's wife. He was thrown into prison and forgotten. Why? Because the dreamer needed to grow into the leader. God never elevates who you are right now. He elevates who you have become through the fire. So, what are the signs that you're in the test of character? Suddenly, people might mistreat you for no apparent reason. You could face unexpected betrayal from someone you trusted deeply. You're forced into situations that test your patience and your integrity to the absolute limit. You have to constantly choose what is right over what is easy or convenient. And most importantly, you have to find it in your heart to forgive people who don't deserve it and have not apologized. Why does God give this test? Because elevation requires maturity. A blessing given to an unprepared character becomes a burden that can crush you. God is more interested in your character than your comfort. He's shaping you, molding you, and preparing you for the weight of what you've prayed for. So how do you pass this test? You choose integrity even when nobody is watching. You forgive even when it hurts more than anything. You stay humble when you have every reason to boast or get revenge. You stop complaining about your circumstances and start trusting God's process. you stay pure, disciplined, and focused on Him, your character is being forged in this fire. Don't fight the process, embrace it. This brings us to the third and often the hardest test, the test of sacrifice. This is the ultimate test. This is the one that determines where your heart truly is. The most famous example is Abraham. God gave him a promise, a son named Isaac. In his old age, Isaac was everything to him. Then, God asked Abraham to sacrifice the very promise he had given him. Why would God do that? Because God needed to know the answer to one question. Abraham, do you want the blessing more than the one who blessed you? Is your gift more important to you than your God? What are the signs you're in this test? God may ask you to walk away from a relationship or a friendship that is holding you back. You might feel a strong pull to give up something you love, a habit, a hobby, or even a comfort zone. God might ask you to release a job or an environment that is no longer aligned with your purpose. You might feel a powerful, unexplainable urge to declutter your life physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Essentially, you are being separated from people, places, and things that defined your old self. Why does God give this test of sacrifice? Because new levels require new versions of you. God has to remove what cannot go with you into your next season. Sometimes, sacrifice is simply about choosing God over your own comfort. It's about letting go of the good to make room for the great. How do you pass this test? You say, "Yes, Lord," even when it costs you everything. You learn to put God above your relationships, your ambitions, and your desires. You release anything and anyone that delays your spiritual growth. And you trust that whatever you lose for His sake, God will restore to you in a better, more meaningful form. Sacrifice is not about losing something. It's about transitioning into something greater. So, if you are facing silence, if your character is being stretched, or if you are being asked to sacrifice something dear to you, please hear me. God is not punishing you. He is preparing you. Your test is the ultimate proof that you are close to your breakthrough. Your elevation is on the horizon. Don't give up now. If this message spoke to your spirit today, type "I'm ready for elevation" in the comments below. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and please share it with someone you know. Because someone in your circle is going through one of these tests right now, and they need to hear this word of encouragement. Thank you for watching.